Okay, thank you. All right, so I just take that. I was just trying to introduce our facilitator for today, and that's Mr. Terry Omodibo, the CEO of Success Image International, is the convener of this session. So, Mr. Terry Omodibo is a dynamic brand and career leadership coach. Is a business strategist and a global speaker with over 2 decades of cross-industry experience spanning real estate, fast-moving consumer goods, and consulting. He has coached more than 1,000 professionals in leadership, digital branding, sales, marketing, and business analysis, helping individuals and organizations thrive in a fast-changing world. He has spoken at different high net worth programs, and he has is a member of the Forbes Black and the certified coach with the Maxwell leadership team. With the Maxwell leadership team. Terry is the founder of the Leading Beyond Success Citizenry, the COO of the Terry Omodibo International Company, and is the one that leads Great Success Image International Limited, operating in Nigeria and the UK. Terry holds a master's degree in international business with data analytics from the University of Ulster and specializes in helping businesses leverage data for sustainable growth while mentoring the next generation of global leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy or your emojis are working, please welcome with me the convener of this session this evening and our facilitator, Terry Omodibo, the CEO of Success Image International, for his session. You're welcome, sir. I think you're muted.
Yeah, thank you, Grace. Thank you so much for that introduction. But more importantly, I want to celebrate everyone that is here. Thank you, Shimaroke from Birmingham. So Shimaroke, you're Birmingham with me. I'm also in Birmingham. Thank you for joining. Peter, it's going to be one of our facilitators too, or speaker. So thank you, Peter, for joining all the way from Reading. Gregory Obolo, thank you for joining from Worcester. Worcester is just our neighbor. Thank you for joining. And then Shes Kang, I think, from Stoke-on-Trent. Thank you for joining. And every other person, Jeremiah and others. Then others that are coming. I know it's Sunday. A lot of people are busy, but somehow we just have to do this. The reason why this is happening today is because apart from the fact that it's a free webinar, it doubles also as Inside Expo Day. What does that mean? Inside Expo Day is just a day where we put together to showcase what has been happening in previous cohorts of the data analysis and business test program. And so one of the graduating students will be showcasing to us what he has done for the last 7 weeks. And after that, we'll take the conversation further, and then I'll show you exactly how you can do the same, how you can break into tech, and how you can come into this world of business analysis and data analysis, and any other areas of data analysis that you intend to get into. But stick on. We're going to take the conversations one after the other, and I'll share my screen now, and we can start off this conversation right away. For those who are going to be joining this, of course, looking to the recording, you can always reach out as much as possible. So let me share my screen now, and then we'll start the conversation in NX because we don't have so much time, so that we can all get back to other things that we plan to do for today. Yep. Okay. So before we start the conversation, who's excited to be here today? I just want to see that excitement. I know you have already dropped in the comments what where you're joining from. Could you also share with me what you're looking to learn? Why are you here? What do you hope to get out of this meeting conversation today? Just one statement. It could be one word. It could be one statement. I'd love to also read that from you. Maybe what your expectations are, what do you hope to get out of the meeting. I also love to read that. So could you just give me that feedback, or those who are joining us, please? So let me just take one or two before start the conversation. What are your expectations? What do you really want to learn from today? What are you looking at? What do you hope to gain? I know you've put on the time to be here. So what are you expecting? I love to read that also. Yeah. So I'm also, yeah. So Shimaruke said, I'm also doing same MSc course. Okay, beautiful. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So Shimaruke is doing this MSc course. That's beautiful. So I'm your boss. All right, so happy to lead you. I guess you're in a WhatsApp community. You can always reach out so that I can actually just help you on with some of the things that you're doing. Also, then Jeremiah says modern tools for data analysis. Modern tools, modern tools, modern tools. Okay, well, we'll show you what we have, what's the basic tools, what are the fundamentals, and then we take it up from there. Yeah, so Chimaroke says, I'm also wanted to work with data. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. That's beautiful. Just keep that coming. I'll read that as we go. All right. I'll read that as we go. So let's have the conversation. I guess you can see my screen now. Put it on slide mode. All right. So data analysis and business intelligence program or webinar. And basically, we just want to show how do you break into tech. So if you don't have any idea, you don't even know what it is, but you've been hearing that, okay, this field is lucrative, this field is good. And of course, you've been seeing what has been happening globally. You've been seeing you probably be hearing from your friends, or probably you've jumped into some conversations where the word data analysis and business intelligence program or project has been mentioned, or business analysis, or perhaps you're a student, you're running your master's, or you're doing a PhD, or whatever that you're doing, and then you just have to jump into tech or jump into this. Or perhaps you want to do tech on the long run, but you just want to know exactly how you can actually get into that field. Right? This conversation is for you. Okay, this conversation is for you. So the tools, the techniques, the mindset, everything that is needed, we share a bit, and then we take the conversations from here. All right. So why do we have this webinar? Why do we have this webinar? This is not just another training. It's not just another training. It's a roadmap that you can leverage to transition into tech. It's a roadmap. Okay. You also learn the skills, the structure, and the strategy to pivot conveniently into the world of data, analytics, and business intelligence. And we'll show you exactly how Success Image Institute, which is one of our academies in Success Image International, helps our learners like you to build data-driven careers from zero to professional level. All right, we've done this in this area, in this field, and some other fields that we've been doing in a couple of years to help people to move. Okay, so just I encourage you to sit tight, and then let's take you through the whole process. So why should you listen? And why should you trust us? Like I said, we've helped a number of beginners and pivoters transition into the data roles. We have a couple of testimonials. You can see some too on our website, and these are just a few. And we share some real life one today. And then, of course, we share some others that we've able to put together in the course of what we're doing. And of course, practical, relatable, and realistic pathways show you that. And our programs are real world and job aligned, not just flip flop. So, like I said, today doubles as our Inside X Expo Day. Inside X Expo Day is just a day like what we call graduation. All right. So we've had a cohort run through the last 7 weeks. So it's ending today is the last day of the end of the 7th week. All right, so this is actually what we call in court a graduation ceremony, all right, graduation day. But there's one thing, all right, amongst everyone that has been a part of the court, there's a particular requirement. Now, Success Image Institute is not just a place where you call and then how will I put it now? You participate in our courses and you just want to come listen and just go away. No, it's hands-on, all right? It's something you have to practically engage in the process. We don't teach theory, all right? We teach practical tools, all right? We hold your hands and then we work practically. And of course, one of the things that it's needed for you to be able to graduate out of the Success Imaging Institute program is you have to do a capstone project. All right, so one of our graduate students will be sharing right now, all right, will be sharing us what he has done in the last 7 weeks. All right, he's been getting hands dirty, all right. I've gone through our program, gone through the tools, all right. I understood some, didn't understand some. All right, I've gone through everything. And then today, he's going to be showing us exactly what he has learned, all right, in the course of the last 7 weeks. So I'll bring no other person to actually show us what he's been able to do and the project that he's been able to do, and then just share with us in this, I'll call this, second first, so this is second Inside Expo Day, the first one they hold, but this should be this is the first really that has been holding so far to celebrate Peter Motien as we bring on to come and share exactly what he's been doing the last 7 weeks and show us the project that he's been able to work on. All right, over to you, Peter. I just stop sharing now, and then I invite you into the podium so that you can actually share exactly what you've done in the couple of 7 weeks.
No
I will
problem.
put your hands together, please. Share the emojis. Let's encourage you. It's not been easy, I know.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me share. Okay, evening all. Excuse the picture, but let's
So Peter, let's see your face. Let's see your face so that they don't think it's just a voice note from somewhere.
yeah, I can put it on, no problem. Let me just let me see. How do I do that?
Okay, we're seeing your screen now. If you could see his face, that'd be good.
Yeah, sorry, I can't. I'll start video. Oh, there we go.
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
awesome. Thank you. All right. So this is Peter. Peter has been one of very well, I put it, how do you call someone who's been very active, very serious, really very excited to learn, gone through the process, and today is going to be showcasing what is being done. You have every student has a projects to learn. At least you have about 4 projects. So we'll share more about that. And I don't know a couple of the projects, and this is his capstone project that's going to be showcasing. So over to you, Peter.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Let me start this show. Okay, just checking you can see the PowerPoint.
Yes, we can, please.
Okay, all right, I'll start. Bear with me. I'm not the best. I'll do my best. Okay, so evening all. So this project is about a global cart e-commerce company, and I've been brought in as a data analyst to review the data and give my findings. It was around sales data, customer data, product, and regional data. And the years I was being asked to analyze was 23 to 25. Next. And that's my Peter Muchin. Okay, project objective. So the goal of the project is to analyze sales data for 2023 to 2025 to answer the below. So how's the company's sales performing? Who are the customers in terms of loyalty? Which products are doing really well? And where improvements can be made for this company. Okay, so how did we go about achieving this? First, we analyzed 3 years of e-commerce data. We cleaned and prepared the data using techniques which I learned through the course. But basically, it was identifying stuff like duplicates, trimming data, and tidying up data. Several techniques, but ultimately, you have to tidy up the data before you analyze it. So that was part of the analysis. Next, I built a couple of interactive dashboards, and from the dashboards that allowed me to make final recommendations, such as trends across different categories, such as customers, products, regions, etc., etc. Next slide. Okay, so it's almost agnostic how many records there are. It can be 1 or 1 million, but the principle's the same. But in this data set summary that the customer gave me, there was 2,000 orders, covering 20 plus countries, 5 regions. And as you can see, it included, several fields, products, customer, discount information, profit metrics. As I said, I had to do a lot of cleaning of data. That included fixing datas, adding new data, adding different customer types, and correcting data types as part of my analysis. Okay, so this is a glimpse of one dashboard I generated. This dashboard would provide the customer a high-level executive summary highlighting KPIs, including total sales, total profit, total orders, alongside payment methods, sales by region, product category, breakdown, and overall monthly trends. So we'll discuss these further in the next couple of slides in terms of the findings. Okay, this one was a pretty tricky chart, to be honest, but basically we got a load of data and I had to break it down into month and year to do some analysis of trends. So as you can see from the chart, the month shows our sales move month to month over a 3-year period. That's what the chart actually shows. But you can see the seasonal dips every year and strong rebounds in the year, typically in the middle of the year. The peak in 2025 is noticeably higher, which suggests a healthy growth. So as you can see here, right, the trend is going up. I mean, there's a slight dip here, but generally there's an uptrend in monthly sales for this company from 2023 to 2025. So that suggests there is still growth that can be achieved. Okay. So one of the things that we were asked were to give monetary insights. So as you can see, total sales exceeds 500,000 and the profit is a healthy 33%. So we've got a reasonable profit margin in this company on overall sales. Executive product and payment types insight. So again, what we collected was we noted that furniture and technology lead sales and credit card is the top payment method for this company. That. Okay. Now we got more granular and I decided to generate an insights dashboard also. So what this sort of tells me is it gives me a more granular breakdown of the business across customer, products, region, countries, and when I say customers, I mean customer type, i.e., are these guys or girls buying only once or are they returning customers? And we'll look at the breakdown in the next slide. So as you can see in the customer type insights, we see new customers at 62%, returning 38%, which suggests there's only a third of customers are returning. So insight, there is high acquisition, but there is a retention opportunity just by looking at this data from a raw data perspective. Product insights, you can see standard desk converter top performer. It's our top performer. Chairs and desks dominate the top 5. And tech accessories are also very strong. So that's from the raw data, what we can get from product insights. Okay. Regional sales, Europe and North America lead. As you can see, pretty much neck and neck. Japan and Canada, strong performance also. And South America and MEA have got the lowest volume. So there's opportunity to capitalize in them countries as well. So have we achieved the ask? So we were asked how are sales performing. We created 2 dashboards which covered sales trends. We got asked about the customers and we noted over 2/3 are classed as new. And we were asked about the top product and we identified that was a standing desk. Couple of lines I put in for my experience of this program with Terry and co. It is my words here. I have enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this course. Trainer Terry, who's on the call, explained everything clearly, made the sessions engaging. I learned practical skills in Excel, Power BI, and it was all hands-on, like Terry said. My thing is, if you don't do it in the session, you'll struggle. So that's why I think that's what Terry meant. I was always hands-on and did it in the class itself. And if you ask 1 or 100 questions, Terry answers them very clearly, which is why I think I did much, which was why I did well, I believe, in the course. Personally, I would recommend this course to anyone who want to sort of get a foundation and build upwards in data analysis, from the beginning to having no knowledge to having a reasonable amount of knowledge, to get you forwards. I'll go next. So there was a couple of recommendations, right? So operational recommendations. My thing is invest in top performing regions to strengthen core revenue areas. Japan and Canada, strong performers. I would improve customer retention strategy to increase repeat sales, because as we could see, 2/3 of our one-third of our customers still don't come back. So we probably need to capitalize on that. Promote PayPal usage to streamline the checkout and reduce drop-offs, because it's still only it is one of the number one payment methods, and it's not being fully utilized currently at this company. And product and performance recommendations. What we should do is review weak categories for profitability issues and optimization. As you can see, office supplies and clothing are pretty low in comparison to tech and furniture. So we probably need to look at that, either for profitability or maybe drop them off in totality. And we also need to consider expanding strong performing product bundles that show high conversion, with meaning these two. We can probably push these more because people tend to be buying them in the data. They're the recommendations. And then, excuse the icon, but yeah, if there are any questions, please feel free to ask.
All right, thank you so much. Can we give Peter those emoji? This is from no practical experience at all to being able to present something in data today. Thank you.
No problem.
Can we encourage Peter? Can you encourage Peter? Put it in there's so much coming in. There are a lot of emojis for you, Peter.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So who has questions to ask him? Yeah, I know some of us may not even, it's possible that probably don't have any idea. No, you just don't understand, but it's an opportunity to ask him questions so that you don't think, someone.
Yeah, feel free. Yeah,
you can ask him any questions that you want to ask him. I'm sure he's going to answer. All right. Let's give 1 or 2 questions, please. Anything. From anything to anything. Do we have anyone with questions? Anyone with questions? Anyone with questions? All right.
Metric, a good question. What metric the data informed you?
Okay, all right. So Jeremiah says, great presentation, Peter. Can you simplify data cleaning for me?
Yeah, of course. So in essence, Jeremiah, you'll get I can probably show you if I was still sharing. I can give, if I show you visually, it might be easier, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
Then I'll answer the other query. So this one. So you'll get something like this. Can you see, sorry? This spreadsheet? Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Jeremiah. So basically, like I said, you can get 1 to 1 million records, and some data. It's not the greatest normally, so you have to tidy it up before you load it into your data suite. So, for example, you can have several duplicates. You can have multiple blanks. You can have spelling mistakes. It can be lowercase. It could be instead of a text field, it should be a number field. Just for visuals. And then you tidy this up before you load it into your data set. But again, I did learn that on the course. But that's just an example, if that answers the question. Cool. And then what metric in the data informed you of using PayPal to streamline purchases? This was from a data perspective. For PayPal, for me, it was only used a third, but then when I did an extra analysis somewhere else, it showed that PayPal is one of the number one on the payment recommendations on an end user page. So that's what I suggested PayPal, and it's low cost. I don't know if that answers for that question, PayPal.
All right. Do we have any questions again for Peter? All right, Jeremiah says thank you. Yes, Peter.
Thank you.
All right. So I've got quiz Peter today. Do you have any one more question for Peter? And then we just move up.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Peter, for taking time. And of course, Peter is just graduated from Success Image Institute Data Analytics and Business Intelligence Program. All right. I know it hasn't been easy for you, really, to be able to meet up with the classes, and then sometimes being able to, you run into some issues, you're able to tackle some questions. Yeah, all of us went through it. And then, but today, you're able to put everything together and then have your data set cleaned and then have it presented. So these are some of the things we go through, all right, for those who look at this, oh yeah, it's something I want to do. But before then, if I talk more about that, let me continue the conversation for today. I just wanted to show us that, do that part of this whole conversation. So let's continue. Just a minute, let's share my screen. So we need to know over 97 zettabytes of data were created globally in 2024. And this figure is expected to hit 181 zettabytes by 2025. All right. And every business today now relies on data-driven insights to make smarter, faster decisions. So the question today is no longer, should I learn data, but how soon can I start? That is the truth, all right? Every industry, I think so. I was having a conversation today, last week or 3 or 4 days ago. And I had just started a conversation, and as we were going with the conversations, the guy said, well, you don't know, I'm a GP. I'm like, oh, wow. So I just packaged myself very well. He said, I need to understand, I understand that the future, it's in tech. But I just need to know, how does the organization help those who don't have no knowledge at all? I said, well, that's what we try, basically. Now, for him to recognize that, oh, he's done, he's been a health practitioner for over 20 years and intends to actually go through to pivot into tech, makes me, that this person understands exactly what it is, basically. Because in today's day and age, every industry has been disrupted. Every industry, basically, has been disrupted. That's the reason why I share this data with us. I'm going to be sharing a couple of data with us, all right? Proven data. So these are not things that are being put together by myself. It's things that are research proven. I'm going to share a couple of them just to help us to understand that the future is here, and the future surrounds around data and data analysis and business intelligence. Okay, so the global demand for data professionals has been projected to grow by 36% between 2022 and 2032. This is by the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, the roles like data analysis or data analyst, business intelligence analyst, or business intelligence specialist, same thing, data visualization expert are among the top 10 most in-demand tech jobs worldwide. Don't take my word for it. Just go on Google and type. You're going to see more information about this. In the UK alone, there's a data skills shortage gap worth over £10 billion. in lost productivity annually every year. So this has been proven to, this is by the UK government itself, putting this data out there. There's a data skills shortage. And anywhere you find shortage, there is money. That's the truth. Anywhere you find shortage, it means there's a gap to fill. So if you put on your thinking cap, you got to understand today that there is need. If you see it, basically, if you really see it, that this is what you are, then you need to understand that there is need. There's need to pivot. There's need to position yourself to be able to take advantage of this skills gap, right? So let's move on. Now, McKinsey is one of the top 4 in terms of consulting companies globally. Now, there's a report that reveals that 65% of organizations says they can't even fill those roles due to lack of skills. 65%, not even 20, not even 30, not even 40. 65% of organizations says they can't even fill these critical data roles. It means there are roles to fill, but there are not enough people to fill in those roles. And that is where we come in. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we are making this noise. That's why we are reaching out to say, position yourself. If you know you want to be able to be relevant in the future, position yourself. There's enough money to be made in terms of money, and there's enough gap to be filled. You just need to learn what you need to learn around this field to be able to position yourself. That is the reason why, if you look at the UK, for example, a lot of universities have added data analysis to whatever they're doing. Some will do international business and added data analysis or data science to it, data analysis to it. Some will do maybe business administration and add something to it that has to do with data. Or they take a module and put it inside, all right? A module or two around this, because that is where the world is going. In the US, the same thing. In top organizations or top countries globally, developed world, that is what they do. So the question is not, is there a gap? The question is that there are not enough people to fill in those gaps. So you don't have to be a programmer to work in tech. Basically, data skills are a bridge. I think I was sharing with someone, was it 2 days ago? I can't remember. And I was trying to share, I said, that in those 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't this easy to be able to get into tech, basically, because you have to have some level of programming language. You must be able to code, you must do a couple of programming languages. And then today, you don't have to. It's just drag and drop, basically. Drag and drop. Just understand the basic principles, understand the basic principles and the philosophies around it. You'll be able to do it. It's drag and drop. Same thing. If you can touch your phone, if you can work with your phone, if you can work with your any basic tools, Microsoft Word, any basic tools, you can actually use these tools and be able to position yourself and then grow and gain mastery over it. From HR to marketing to finance to operations. In fact, if you go through a program where your capstone project will ask you which aspect or which industry data do you intend to use as a capstone project? Because for every industry, there is data set for it. In short, if you jump on Google, you're going to run into several data sets. There are several open source data sets that you can actually have access to, real life data sets that are put in there. In fact, in the UK, all right, I'll share it, in the UK, the health sector, everything that happens in the health sector, there is data set for it. It's online, open for everybody to have access to. All right? So it's no longer hidden. You don't need a tech background. You just need curiosity. You just need critical thinking and the willingness to learn. 70% of data analysts today come from non-tech backgrounds, all right, including teachers, salespeople, accountants, entrepreneurs, even myself, non-tech. It's just about problem solving and not just about numbers, okay? So let me share one more thing. Entry-level data analysts earn at least an average of £35,000 to £50,000 per year. This is by Glassdoor. All right, I think even junior analysts earn 28, 29, 30, depends on the organization. So there's a lot of money to be made. So why shouldn't you position yourself? Why shouldn't you learn this? All right, and it's so easy to learn. Mid-level professionals with business intelligence and visualization skills can earn up to 60,000 plus. Some can even earn up to 75,000, 80,000. In short, in other countries like the US, some can even earn as much as £120,000. It depends on your skills level. That's the truth. So beyond the paycheck, data careers offer remote flexibility, global relevance, and continuous growth. If you're looking for flexibility, if you're looking for flexible, remote work, or hybrid, not just hybrid or maybe 1 to 4 or 1 to 5. All right, flexibility. If you're looking for flexibility, this is where you should be looking at. Okay. I didn't start in tech, basically, like many of you. My background is in business development and sales. In short, I call myself a salesman. I've been a salesman almost all my life, right? All right. Still a salesman. Of course, there's sales in everything you do, all right? Even in church, there's sales. In the mosque, there's sales, all right? Everywhere, you just have to learn the skills of selling. So I call myself a lifetime salesman, all right? Started out working in a manufacturing company when I was exposed to the use of Excel, Microsoft Excel for analytics and inventory management. It was wow. I worked in that company for 5 years and understood that, I just fell in love with numbers and what Microsoft Excel was able to do to help to manage that inventory for that organization. Right? I left, started my own retail business afterwards. At some point, I had to also put in that into my business, and that helped me to spot where there were issues and were able to put things together. All right. And after that, several years after, relocated to the US, to the UK, and then I did my master's program in international business, data analysis, and I did some advanced courses also in data analysis, in artificial intelligence, business intelligence, just to sharpen some of my edge and position myself. I did those short courses, but today I have my organization and I'm also helping other people to do the same. Now, if I that was not in a non-tech background can do it, why can't you? You should can. If you're in finance, you can. If you're in education, you can. Whatever industry, even in health, you can. I think I had a friend of mine a few months ago was also sharing with me. She works in the healthcare sector. She's been working there for about 3 years, I think. And then she was like, oh, I think she said she just did some courses in data analysis and she intends to pivot. But the organization where she works, which sponsored her, don't have that unit. And then she started to spot that there is need for us, for the organization to have it. The organization is big, have multiple branches in multiple cities. And then she approached them and said, well, I can help you do this. I can help you do this. I can help you do this. Today, she started that unit. And from there now, she has pivoted from not just being a healthcare assistant. Now she's a data analyst helping out in the healthcare sector. So there is room for everyone to participate. So if I could make that transition, like I said, anyone can. So the key isn't where you start, it's just your willingness to be able to learn and apply what you learn, like Peter, all right? Like Peter. Let me share some more trends in data roles today with you. The reason I'm sharing all these statistics is not to bamboozle you, but just to be able to amplify and justify the reasons why you should take this very seriously, all right? Traditional roles are shrinking today. Traditional roles are going away, right? Except you don't understand, except you don't know. Traditional roles are going. Yes, AI is not taking over anything, all right? But traditional roles that you know are already going. Why? Because technology is filling up the gap. Yes, people are going to be using this technology to be able to do stuff. But the truth is that if there were 3 or 4 persons that would be doing that stuff before, technology can cramp down into 1 person, all right? So the degrees alone are no longer enough. A master's in this, I have a PhD in this, is no longer enough. Employers now hire people for skills and impact, not just for certificates. We issue certificates, but it's not about the certificates. We will walk you through the process. We will give you live data sets to be able to use. We'll teach you how to clean them. Beyond teaching how to clean them, we'll teach you how to analyze them. We'll teach you how to spot the patterns. We'll teach you how to visualize them. We'll walk you through that process, all right? Very critical. You must come out to have been able to at least analyze at least 1 data set, all right, and come up with insights before we can hand you over a certificate, because we don't just, it's not about certificate. We want that hands-on learning, we want that skills from you, okay? So that's why I said employers now hire for skills and impact, not just certificates. I present my certificates doesn't guarantee you anything. Today, you need to have the hands-on skills. So data roles growing faster than most professions. I've shared that already in the previous slides. Now, businesses are data-driven by necessity today, not by choice. They don't have any choice. They don't have any control. You just have to position yourself. You just have to fall in line and go and position yourself and ensure that you are part of it. So let me share with you some more statistics. I'll just share with you some more. I'll run through the others because of the time. All right. These are trends in AI, robotics, and energy technology. So if you look at these two slides, there are skills gap. This is by the World Economic Forum. All right. They shared this last year that there is this gap. I think I've shared before, 65%. Look at this now. This is World Economic Forum saying 63% skills gap in the labor market, and it's in tech. All right. It's in tech. This is proven just to show you. All right. Look at this slide, same by World Economic Forum. The fastest growing and declining jobs by 2020. You see that there, very clear. And if you look at this other slide, you see the top 10 fastest growing skills by 2020. You see AI there and big data. Same thing. Data, 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 growing very, very fast. If you look at the top 10, you discover that critical thinking, data analysis, all around that, tech, cybersecurity and all that, all around tech are fastest growing skills by 2020. So start thinking and start to position yourself. Look at this. 39% of workers' core skills will change by 2030. 39%, that's a lot. There's disruption coming. There's disruption coming. There's disruption coming. I know you're shouting like no, no, right? Position yourself so that you can be relevant in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years. All right, so that you don't start looking for your job, all right? And then you're told that the job doesn't exist anymore, the tools have taken over. All right, so that's it. Now, look at this, 5 top market trends you can't ignore, 2025. Same thing, 2026. Skills-based hiring on the rise, not just certificates. Skills-based hiring is on the rise, not just certificates. So today, it's not about certificates. So what can you do? Someone who has the skills can overtake you that have the certificates. Okay, so you can go to the university, any degree as a business analyst, but if you don't have the skills, what can you do with it? No. So we teach practical skills. We don't teach theoretical, all right? Some other organizations do theoretical aspect, but we teach the practical because the truth is, if you go for interviews, nobody's going to ask you theory. They're going to ask you, what can you use? Which of the skills can you use? So if you look at job descriptions, you see them there. What are the skills? What tools do you have mastery in? What can you do? If you go for the interviews, the same thing. What tools do you know? They probably ask you a couple of questions on how do you clean this? If you have this, what should you press? What should you do? Practically. It's not about the theory. All right? It's not about the theory. So that's very critical. Like I've shared, there are no barriers any longer. If you came here with, oh, I think I did, say there are no barriers, even if you don't have any background. It's a drag and drop thing. You just need to bring in your mindset, bring in the curiosity, bring in the mindset, the curiosity. That's what you need to bring. That then be willingness to be able to learn. Unlearn, relearn, unlearn, learn and relearn. That's what you should just be able to do. With that, you can now begin to learn the new things. And of course, like Peter, you can be your next biggest story, right? Next biggest story. So these are some other testimonials from some other candidates who walked with. Look at this one, a life-changing learning experience. The SII community is supportive and professional. The instructors are patient. The projects are industry relevant, and the career guidance after training is top-notch. I left not just with skills, but with confidence and direction for my career. This is by Joseph Odia from the UK. I have this here. What stood out for me was how the SI team genuinely cared about our growth. The blend of learning, mentorship, and project-based experience gave me clarity on how to transition into tech. I recommend this to anyone serious about upskilling for the future. This is my thing. So, are you a student? These are students too, all right, who also pass through our programs. And of course, they have the stories to tell. You can be the next one. You can be the next person. Okay, so what do you really need to break into tech? What do you really need to break into tech? Are we together? Are we together? Is somebody getting something? If we are together, say I'm here. If you are still here, say I'm here. Let me go to the comment. If you are still here, say I'm here. And then if anything resonates with you, please share it in the comments. I don't just want to be talking. If something has resonated with you so far, please share it in the comments. Let's get that feedback. Okay, Jeremiah says I'm here. Greg says I'm here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just give me a comment. Awesome, awesome. So let me share some of what you do not do, all right? What should you not do? How do you become like Peter? How do you become like other students, all right? There are some other students that, although some of them have work right now, they're not able to come here, but we just had to showcase those who are ready. Okay, so what should you do next? Okay, let's look at what you need to do to break into tech. So this is SII Data Transition Network framework. This is our transition framework. How do we help students to move from a no idea? How do we help students to move from a no tech background or no idea to become someone like Peter, who is able to now be able to walk themselves through being able to clean data set, be able to analyze the data set, be able to draw insights from them, being able to put your insights in a particular way that makes sense of the data at the end of the day, and then improve from there. So this is our transition framework, and I'm going to be sharing that with us. All right, next. So we've broken this into two stages. We called the first stage the learning stages, and then we have the other stage as the consolidation stages. You can't break this. You just have to go, it's like the staircase, you just have to go from one to the other. So everyone starts from the skills aspect. You need to learn the core tools. You need to learn the core tools. See, there are several tools, basically. There are several tools that people want to use. Same thing that there are several cars. Car is a car, all right? A car is a car. A car is a framework that has 4 tires and have steering wheels, and then you put fuel or you put gas or you put whatever that you want to put in and take you to where you're going, basically. That's what a car is, all right? Same thing, there are tools that helps you to get this done too, all right? But in itself, there are principles behind it. So the basic tool that you need to start from as a aspiring data analyst is Microsoft Excel. See, every other thing is built on it. Yes, we've known Microsoft Excel from ages. We've known it from years before. Yes, I know. But that's just where everything lies, basically. It's the foundation. Like they say, if the foundation is destroyed, what can you do? So if you don't have that foundation, you're going to struggle again at the end of the day, because every other tool that has been built, every other tech tool, AI tool is still built on it. All right. I always say this. If you know how to drive a manual car, you can drive an automatic car. But if you know how to drive an automatic car, you might not be able to drive a manual car, because the manual car tells you the principles. But the automatic car, it says, put your leg in there, turn the steering, and just go your way. It's so easy, right? But you don't understand that there are other little things that you should do, which they won't teach you when you're doing the manual automatic. So same thing, the Excel, Microsoft Excel is the foundation. We take you through that. It will spend time with it. In all the program, different tools for during our 7 weeks data analysis program, we'll spend more time going through different aspects of Microsoft Excel. And then from there, we build it up to Power BI, because Power BI, Master Power BI is almost like same thing. It's a data visualization tool just to visualize. But the manipulation of the data is still within Microsoft Excel. And then Tableau is the same thing, data visualization tool. The manipulation is on Microsoft Excel, but the visualization is with using the tool, Tableau. And then we have SQL. SQL is also a data manipulation tool, but has some elements of coding that you could also do. So we don't do advanced SQL, right? We just do the basics that you can just use to do your manipulation, of course. But the most important aspect is, how do you now build from there and make sense of the data, manipulate the data, and then be able to visualize and make sense of it, which is called data storytelling. How do you tell stories? We will teach you that, also walk you through. So you will be able to complete at least 4. If you're very serious if you're very serious, you can complete all 4. All right, all 4 projects during the period. All right, so start simple, move to advanced. Don't rush yourself. Build confidence progressively. All right, we'll take you through gradually, and then you become the best in your field. Like I said, for the 7 weeks you're going to be with us. For the 7 weeks, you're going to at least have this portfolio. For example, like Peter now, I think he's worked on at least 2, basically. Right? There's still 1 more he needs to do, which is his individual one. It's still there, which he can always go back. So for the fact that he's been able to do this, he can actually go back there and then just tidy up that, because it's still there in the elements for him to be able to work with. So that helps him to come out at the end of the day with at least 3 to 4 data set that he had worked on, which now helps you to build your portfolio. So portfolio is a very critical aspect of your data analysis journey. All right. It's a very critical aspect. And after you've been able to do that, you can work on several data sets. Like I said, there are data sets in UK websites. Even the government has websites for that. We have also OTS, some data sets, open data sets that you can actually get some more data set to work on. All right. So you need to have that. You can also, after you've worked on them, you can now begin to showcase them, which is very critical. Present your work. Turn them into conversations. Upload your work on GitHub. Power BI service. If you go on Power BI service, just type Power BI service on Google, you will see lots of work that other people have done. Showcase that you can learn from, build, visualize from, and then go work on your own and then create something similar to it. But the easiest one to use is LinkedIn. LinkedIn. You worked on something, share your journey, put it on LinkedIn. All right, there's a place where you can actually upload those projects and tell a story around it, and then drive people there to go listen to it. Share your journey with people. It helps them. It helps you to be able to draw those conversations. All right. Initially, I didn't have lots of data projects on my LinkedIn. I can tell you, because I used to share a lot of stuff around leadership, around other areas that were very much of interest to me, personal development and other areas of personal development. But the day I just dropped one data set, it's sure the algorithm just switched. I started seeing a lot of other people who have done similar things. It was so amazing. Few days after, hiring manager started reaching out to me from back here and there. Like, are you open to work? Are you open to work? I was so amazed. That is what it takes. That is the impact of sharing your journey. All right? Just share your journey. Very, very important. Just share your journey. Turn them into conversations. Post it bit by bit. What I practically do is I encourage my students. I say, when you learn, go back and share. So you have 7 weeks. Every week, share something. Every week, share something and build that. All right? I've seen a lot of people from LinkedIn also share. People in different continents sharing. You see engagement on their posts. You never can tell. Their DMs are open. Their messages are open. People reach out to them and say, hey, I love what you're doing. How do you do this? How do you do this? Could I hire you? Are you open to work? So that starts from there. Then mentorship. So if you want to go far, let's get mentors. We will walk you through, even after your program, we'll also walk you through, all right? We'll support you, mentor you in different areas if you're open, all right? At the beginning, during the 7 weeks, you have to do what you have to do. But when it comes to mentorship, you are the one reaching out. I need help in this area. If you don't speak, how are we going to do it, all right? So you need to also reach out. I'm working, I'm doing something, I need help here. We don't close the door on you, all right? We don't close the door on you. We don't close the door on you until you're able to learn your job. So coaching and mentorship is very critical, all right? And the power of community. We have an approach to it, all right? We have an approach to mentorship. And for those who see this and say, oh, wow, I think I'd love to be part of this. Oh, beautiful. You're so much welcome. I'm going to show you next how you can actually be a part of our program, okay? And of course, position yourself for opportunities. Like I've shared that already. All right, you're going to revamp your CV or do a LinkedIn makeover. Some of us who don't post anything around what to do. I don't know why we're so reserved in this day and age. Your LinkedIn is your CV. Your LinkedIn is your CV. I can't share that enough. Of course, you already know. All right, of course, interview readiness, access to real opportunities, you find them there. And then you launch yourself out there. Don't keep quiet. Nobody's going to find you under the table. All right, you must put yourself out there for people to find you. That's how you get it. Where can data skills take you? These are just a few roles. Like I shared at the beginning, there are different roles for data analysis. They may not call it data analyst, but there are different roles. They are all analysts. You can have marketing analysts. You can have sales analysts. Even in academics, we have research analysts. We have data visualization analysts, business intelligence analysts, different analysts, data consultant, data governance, different aspects. They are all the same thing. It just depends on what the company is looking for and what problems or what solutions that particular role will offer. All is the same thing. So it's limitless. It just depends on what you want. So like I shared also with someone a few weeks ago when I was having the conversations about the next cohort of the data analysis program, and he was asking me, so what role you can do? And I asked him, where are you coming from? Even the guy that I spoke about earlier, he said he's coming from the health sector. This other one says, I'm coming from the finance sector. I said, yeah, for sure, finance sector, critical in this space. The banking has embraced it already. All right, so any sector, even if it's manufacturing, there's someone there because everyone has to analyze trends. Gone are those days wherein you have to be sitting down and, oh, that companies are doing permutation. No, it doesn't exist any longer. Now they look at what we have done and prepare for, okay, what are we doing currently? And then they begin to forecast for what in the future. So to be able to bridge that gap, that's where the data analyst comes in. It helps them to make sense of what has been done so that they can conserve and don't waste the time and position themselves for what is coming in the future. All right. So even the apps you use every day, Amazon, these guys, they analyze your data almost every time. That's the reason why when you buy, they've even added machine learning to it. Machine learning and other aspects of AI to it to be able to predict behaviors of people. They've added IoTs to it to predict. Okay, you bought this last time. Based on the fact that you bought this last month, you bought the same thing 3 months ago. You bought the same thing 6 months ago. It means you like buying those things. They keep recommending everything around that area to you. That is it. They've automated that process right now. That is it. Theirs is almost real time. They've automated it. Because you bought it this month, you bought it 2 months ago, you bought it 3 months ago, they just believe that's what you love to buy. Behaviors of people. That is what data analysis do, or data analysts do. So these are things. And for those in the UK, all these roles are eligible for visa sponsorship. All these roles are eligible. All right. So prepare yourself, those students, those who are doing a master's, those who are students, prepare yourself, get yourself ready so that as soon as you're doing that, you're positioning yourself in the industry. Does it come and fall on your laps? You need to prepare yourself. You need to learn those tools. You need to prepare yourself. Okay. So launch your new career. Apply for entry data roles, internships. Don't sit back. Join data communities. Join mentorship groups. Join networking platforms. These are very critical things you need to do to launch your career. Continue learning. Don't stop. Keep learning. Even after this, advance what you're doing. All right. If you see some other courses that we advertise or other companies advertise, of course, you can learn some more to grow your knowledge in the field. The truth is to the extent that you can solve a problem, that is to the extent you get paid. Like I shared, it's not about certificate any longer. It's about skills. What can you do? Use your early experience to refine your niche. All right. Then sustainable entry into this career leaves room. It will always scale. You can always specialize in a particular field. For me, the future is predictive analysis for me. All right. Predictive. That's where the money is. Right. There are 4 phases. There is the descriptive. Descriptive is telling what has happened. All right. And for me now, it's predictive. There's prescriptive. There's predictive. There are different aspects of analysis. So position yourself. All right. In the healthcare sector today, I know you've heard, probably have heard that now they want to use tech to prescribe medicines or to treat people, basically. What they use in analysis. All right. They put in the data, secondary data, they put in their primary data, put in the secondary data, then they use those data sets and analyze it and automate it, and then they can use that to predict or prescribe, right? It works. That's the truth. Everything's centered around data. So get ready for the revolution that is coming. Don't wait until it gets to you. Please prepare yourself by being in, around the environment. Okay, so the problem with self-learning, because I think when I was running, we ran an ad a few days ago, we ran an ad for some weeks now. Some people who come in, they say, well, we asked them that question. So what is your level of knowledge with data analysis? And some of them will tell us that they've been watching YouTube videos. Okay, well, that's good. Watching YouTube videos is good, but the truth is it doesn't stop there. All right, self-learning is good, but you need to go beyond that. All right, you need to go beyond that. So too much theory can be utterly exhausting, no defined outcome, no feedback, no accountability. So if you want to be you want to get even far better than what Peter has done today, you need to go beyond self-learning. All right, let's help you. Let's get you into the groove. Very, very critical. So this is another testimonials. We had, this one says, I landed my first data role. This I said, my confidence was built and my career has just restarted just because I passed through the data analysis and business intelligence program. So we shared a lot. We shared a lot. So why do you think, what makes us stand out? What makes us stand out? This is what makes our program stand out. Please, you can hold us on this. You can take screenshots and hold us on this one. We do hands-on learning. We don't do self-paced. You don't do self-paced. Don't say, go and read it by yourself. Go and learn it by yourself. We don't say, we don't put it. Yes, we have a learning management system, LMS, where we put all the materials, exercises, but we also it's expert-led, is facilitator-led, all right, all through our 7 weeks program. Okay, facilitator-led. It's live practice sections, real data sets, okay, real live data sets, not just something that is being coined, it's something that has been used live, and then we use the data sets, analyze it, like what Peter had. Now, Peter had a real data set from an e-commerce company, which was shared to him, and that is what he analyzed and drew some insights out of it. I call the portfolio project that you can showcase to your employer. So if you go for interviews, of course, you'll be asked to showcase some project. So as you're coming out, like I said, depends on how fast or how ready you are. You can come up with at least 3 to 4 live projects that you worked on, which you can showcase to your employers. Okay, we have career coaching. For those who live in the UK or those who are not even in the UK too, you want to help you to rewrite your CVs, help you to optimize your LinkedIn. If you want us to do that, and help you to prepare for some interviews. So you can reach out, I have an interview that will look at it and help you to prepare if you are not confident enough, okay? And also, we support you. So you have access to the facilitator, even after graduation. Have access to facilitators. You have access to 2 things. You have access to the facilitators, you have access to myself, you have access to the learning management system, which is the LMS, all right, where the videos, the replays, or the recordings for all the classes, you have access to them, all through for at least 12 months, okay? So there is, except pushing you from the village, all right? There's no way you would have, if you are really serious about getting a job or pivoting and getting a new, 12 months is too much for you to do that if you follow our plan and our pathway. Right? It's a lot. So, but you have access to the replays. You can always go back again. Oh, I forgot this. Let me look at how we actually clean this. Let's look at the shortcuts that we use for this. Let's look at, how do we actually just create this new column, create this new row? How do we actually clean this thing? How do we actually make these visuals? Anything, how that comes in the course, even post-graduation, you can always go back to LMS. Okay, you have access to it for at least 12 months. Flexible learning, you can learn from anywhere, have access to the recordings anytime. I said that already. And then you get a certificate from Success Image Institute. Success Image Institute is registered in the UK with the UK RLP, and currently we are in the process of also getting the CPD certification, all right? We are the one actually slowing down. But very soon, we'll get our CPD certification, so every student that passes through us is actually getting a CPD certification. I think before the next cohort is done, we would have actually gotten our CPD certification, which makes our certificates carry much weight. But beyond that, I'm a John Maxwell certified coach. I'm also part of the Forbes Black community. So once you have passed through our program, we also put those validations on your certificates just to endorse it and create some more validation so that when you present that to your employers, they know that you didn't just learn from just anywhere. You learned from the best of the best, all right? It's not easy to be a part of Forbes community. It's not easy to be a part of the Maxwell leadership, the John Maxwell leadership team. It's not easy to be a part. All right, and apart from that, we're registered in the UK, and as I told you, the next cohort, you're going to have the CPD also as part of the certification. We're also working on the particular certification, top certification from the US, also help our students. So validate exactly what we're doing so that our students can be proud out there, and of course, they can also get advantage from employers. So yes, you get a certificate, but beyond the certificate, like I said, please, you need the certificate, like we call it. You need to also learn it and master it. Skills over certificate. Skills over certificate. Very critical. So this is what makes our program different, and it's very, very critical. And we're proud about it. I will believe our students are also proud about it. So what should you do? Join the next cohort. I can't tell you that enough. Join the next cohort. The next cohort starts in May 2nd, 2026. It runs for 7 weeks. Saturdays and Sundays, 6 to 8. You should have some things too, so you have your laptops ready. We'll give you tell you all the things that are ready that you need. But a lot of the softwares, if you don't have access to them, we'll show you how to have access to those softwares, at least the free versions that you can use for practice. At least you should get your laptop ready to be able to learn. You can learn. It's 100% online, global access. From anywhere you can learn, right? Even if you're not going to be around. Once you're done with the class will be recorded, and then you put you back into the learning management system. For those who have been able to subscribe to the program, you have access to it. All right. As soon as you subscribe, you have access to it, even before the program starts. And of course, like I said, you're going to be having access to it the next 12 months at least. Right? So you can always have access to it. So it starts in May 2nd. And beyond that, there are special bonuses for cohort 3. All right, like I mentioned, these are just added value, basically. All right, added value. You can also join, ask for some job readiness section in case you have some interviews. We can support you with that. Free CV and LinkedIn optimization. We support you with that. We give you 1 year access to a learning management system. That is £650 in value. Hey, we pay a lot to keep those things in the cloud. Of course, you know, tech is not free. It's not free. So we pay a lot to keep it in the cloud. So we'll give you access to that. You can always come back there every time, as many times as you can to watch those videos over and over again. Okay? And then a post-training support, you also have access to that. So that's about £1,100 in terms of value, basically. But we're not asking you to pay that. All right? These are just freebies in addition. These are value, sincerely, because time is money. Time is value, basically. Time is value, basically. But for the class, for those who are very serious, hey, I want to be a part of the next cohort. I can't even wait. Let me just get this done out of the way and position myself for the future. That you want to take advantage of this program. Critically, we're giving a 50% discount to everyone who wants to be a part of it. Class actually costs £500. We're a part of it, £500. That's chicken change, basically. I say chicken change because some others collect more than that. Some collect £800, £1,000, £900. In short, some that I know who has been in the industry for quite a while, increasing their fees right now. Because, of course, the government is asking more. As they are asking for more, of course, it has to affect every other thing in business. So but we still keep this low because basically we are not just about, we want to collect the money from our students. We want to see how many students we can make an impact to support ourselves with. And then create that community of people who are going out there to be able to solve problems for organizations, basically. Right? So if you see this, as it makes a lot of sense, this is over £1,500 in value already. Just pay £250, 50%. And this doesn't last for eternity, please. All right? It doesn't last for eternity. How long does it last, basically? What's today? Supposed to end, we've been giving this 50% discount for quite a while now. I think the last 2-3 weeks. It's supposed to end the end of the month. But for those who are in this class, and you feel, oh yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it's something I want to jump into. All right. So we give you from now to the next 4 or 5 days. All right. You can pay immediately in this class. All right. So you take advantage of this, or you can pay in installment. All right. Pay in installment. We also have, I can't do this. I just want to be part of the Microsoft Excel program. I don't want to do only the Microsoft Excel. I just want to do Microsoft PowerPoint. This one starts in April 4th, all right, which is next week. It's supposed to start next week. I just want to do those short courses that cost. We give also a 50% discount on that. So, okay. So this is the discount code. You can take this right now and then make the payment. That for those in the UK. So pay full today, get 50% discount of the course fees. You can also pay in installment that, but you can't pay that amount if you are paying beyond a particular time. Let me make that very clear. So you can pay in installment, pay 50% upfront today. Before the class starts, you can complete that payment. So you can pay little by little until you're able to complete it. All right. But if you want to come and pay that in May, of course, you're going to pay £500. That is the truth. All right. So watch out. For those who want to take advantage, please do that. If I were you, I'll do that right away. Just put something in that account. The account number is on the screen right now. You can use, if you want to use a debit card, there's a payment link here. You can see by this side. There's a payment link there. You can do that. Or you can want to do a transfer to those who are in the UK, you can do a transfer straight on. And then send a message to support@successimaginternational.com. Name, your phone number, and a proof of your payment. You will be onboarded almost immediately into the learning management system, whether you have paid fully or paid in installment. Only those who will not be onboarded are those who didn't pay anything at all. But if you made some part payment or full payment, you'll be onboarded almost immediately once we have confirmed that your payment has been made. So please, for those who live in Nigeria, we have something little bit of support for them. We're not asking to pay the exchange rate. For those who live in Nigeria, I don't know if we have anyone here, but for the purpose of this a replay, maybe some people who live in Nigeria may also jump on this replay later. So for those who are in Nigeria, but watching the replay from this, we've put up an amount that is commensurate for those in Nigeria to be able to take advantage. Same thing, we put an account number there, but don't use the link, just the transfer, only allowed in Nigeria. After this, I then send a message to us. So that is pretty all for today. I'm leaving this here for us to see. For those who want to scan this, please scan this right away. And then take advantage of our Microsoft Excel program. Same, these are 4 weeks program each, not the data analysis business intelligence program. This is just short courses. Oh, I can't do 250 pounds. I can't do that right now. I don't have the time. But I want to quickly just jump on Microsoft Excel and master that. Or I want to quickly jump on Microsoft PowerPoint and master that. This one is for you. You can start this one in the month of April. All right. So let me take some questions right away. Do you have any questions before we end tonight's conversation? Any questions, please? Do you have any questions, please? I'm in the comments now, looking out for questions.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Go ahead, please.
Terry, thank you for taking us through the program.
What's your name,
My name is
please?
Gregory.
Oh, Gregory. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful, Gregory.
The program is very robust and well packaged. As you walk us through the benefits, the program models, and all that, and equally the financial involvement. That aside, well noted, it's going to be part for me. It's going to be part of my immediate plan to think on how to get on board. But the question I want to ask now, is there any way you would suggest to us any of these data communities online or mentorship communities that currently exist that one can also maybe, because with being in any of those communities, it's also a motivation. You still learn from your people who are ahead in terms of the data skills and all that. Is there anyone you have that we can key in?
What I would say, basically, we start from known to unknown. So we have our own community that we're building, right? For those who have passed through our program, right, we have that. We're also building that right now. And then for, like I said, we start from known to unknown. I'm in a couple, some of them on LinkedIn. But as you know, I may not be able to say this one or this one right now until I've been able to encounter some of them. But I'm in some communities on LinkedIn. So maybe after now, we can be able to say, okay, well, based on the fact that I interacted with these ones, I can recommend and say, join this or join that. But it starts from the known first. The known is a pastoral program. Once you pass through a program, we also give you the support based on what we know to you and support you as much as we can. And of course, it's like learning to walk. Once you've been able to master your walking, of course, you can fly. All right? So that's what I would recommend for now. I don't know if that answers you. Your question.
All right, thank you. It's okay, it's fine. Thank you.
All right, so how soon are you getting on board? I guess right away.
Yeah, you know how it is. One has to make a budget for it. So
yeah, so you can take advantage of the instrumental plan. Like I said, we're also working on payment plan companies, but we're not finalized yet. That's why. But that's why I said you can take advantage of that. You can pay in bits, all right, until the program starts. Pay in bits. So far that you've been a part of today's webinar, you can take advantage of that and just pay in bits. But for those who have not, it is what it is. All right. So Jeremiah says, where are you based in the UK? I'm in Birmingham. And you are where? I think you dropped where you were before, but I think I've forgotten. But I'm in Birmingham. We can always connect in Birmingham. And I think Shimaroke is in Birmingham too. Yeah, Shimaroke, I've asked that you reach out. Okay, so I think if you're in the community, just send a message to any of the admins and just reach out. Because beyond business analysis. Go on our website, successimageInternational.com. We still do other things in terms of helping students in other areas. Also, a cost to a lot of students too, based on the fact that we also support them in their dissertations, in their assignments, support to help learning. Of course, master students and PhD students. And I also work with some other persons or those who are in PhDs who are looking to writing journals and publishing journals, also do support in that area. So, but for today, let's focus on data analysis and business intelligence. So, Shimarike, you can reach out. We'll talk some more about that. Okay. All right. Do you have any other questions for me, please? Yep. Okay. Can you kindly share your website? Yeah. All right. One of the team will share the website there. Grace, could you share a website for them? www.successimageinternational.com. Basically, that's it. All right. But Grace, you can share that on the chats. Yeah. That's it. So that's it. Just click there, learn some more. Most importantly, please take advantage. All right. Take advantage. So you can take it off from there. Also, send a message to, if you are you in the WhatsApp group community? I guess so, anyway. All right, so you can reach out. Yeah, you can reach out in WhatsApp community. Just send a message. Let's connect from there. Just you're ready to start. We take it up from there. What I would advise, more importantly, is please start. All right, please start. Most likely, before the end of next week, the price may go up. All right, so we're just giving up for next week to be able to take advantage. So you have from next week to be able to at least show interest, paying full. If I were you, just paying full, I just forget about this, because the prices will go up from there. We're just giving a 50% discount for now, which definitely will go up. All right, actual fee is £500. Okay, yeah. So we're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, IG. Of course, you can on LinkedIn. Follow us on LinkedIn. Follow us on LinkedIn, Success Image Institute on LinkedIn. Follow us on Success Image International on LinkedIn. We have Success Image Institute and Success Image International on all the platforms except Facebook. Facebook, just Success Image International. So follow us so that you can share, you can see some of our contents, learn more. We share a lot of educational content. All right, a lot of things that we didn't share today, we also share on our social pages. I'll put them in very simple, easy way for you to understand and help you in your own journey. So thank you so much, everyone. If there are no questions, I'll just wait for maybe 2-3 minutes and then we'll wrap up the conversation today. Thank you so much, Peter, for your time. You have graduated finally. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Barry. Thank you.
For your time, for being here, for the efforts, for the 7 weeks. It's been very hectic. I know it's been very, very rough. So what I encourage is, of course, you still have access to me. Just reach out. There is frequent questions. There are some multiple choice questions on the LMS. Run through that and just get yourself some level of review on what we've done. And also, please also do the personal projects, so you have some more mastery. And then, of course, you can always submit into the elements. So reach out and then give you feedback on that. You still have access to the bootcamp, to the base camp. You can always drop any information there. The base camp is a project management tool where students work on the capstone project, and also for those who are doing group projects too, they work on this. So that gives everyone hands-on, help us to follow up on what you're doing, and also everybody also have access to what others are doing in their projects. So that will be all for tonight. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I look forward to supporting you and help you in your journey. If you're interested in short programs, Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint, that starts next week. Yeah, it starts next week, hopefully. All right, so reach out that you want to start off. All right, just reach out. We can also help you, support you that so you can be a part of the program. Thank you for joining us today on this broadcast. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, that's goodbye from me. Over to you, Grace. And then let's end the conversations for today.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Getting people to sit in this kind of class on a Sunday evening is a commitment. So thank you for your commitment. We notice that some people have dropped off. Maybe they're going to work. We look forward to receiving your payments, your applications, your interest, and see you in class in May. If you're doing the data analytics class, and for the short courses, we look forward to you joining us. That starts next week, Saturday. And let me be the first person to say happy new month in advance and happy new quarter in advance. Have a good evening and a blessed week. God bless. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay. Night, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Bye, Peter. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye, bye.